Okay, you guys are joining me this morning in my 2016 Shelby GT350 that I bought 3 days ago. Car has Kooks Longtube headers, Kooks full exhaust. It is tuned, it is on 93 right now. It does have 3 E85 tunes. I'm going to test those out after 3-4 weeks of making sure that the car is stout and proven and not going to have any problems with it. With that being said, we're going to take a short little drive to a golf course, just a big open parking lot, and we'll get some B-roll of the car, and I'll show you guys the car, tell you where I got it, how I got it, what I paid for it, that type of stuff. And also, you know, a lot of things have happened with my other cars. You know, I sold my torch red Terminator to my buddy Stag Mode. Throw a picture of that up here. Beautiful car. That car was awesome. I loved driving it. Again, I mean, that car was an insane deal of a century I got on that car. But just gonna go ahead and do some raw footage here of me cruising and downshifting and upshifting and all that nonsense. So enjoy. Cops love it. It's so loud. Sounds like a beehive nest. God, it sounds so good. I really try to be not that guy. It's hard to be not that guy when it's this loud, but I had the tire PSI at 38 on the way home because I had a leak in one of them. I wanted to see if any of the others leaked. So I pumped them up high. And I never really got to feel how it handled. I fixed the one leak in one of the tires, and now I have them all at 30 PSI where you should run these 555 R2s, and I haven't found the limit yet. And I also haven't put heat in them yet. I haven't attempted any burnouts or anything. I mean, one of the coolest things about this car is it is a 16 tech pack, and it has track pack coolers and a track pack wing. Meaning, in 16, you could get a tech pack, a track pack, or a base. The tech pack got the Sync 3. It got the switches right here, and it did not get the wing. However, this car being a tech, the previous owner added a track pack wing, and he added the track pack coolers that come on the track pack. So what you end up with is a car that has Sync 3, it has all the switches, and it has heated and cooled seats, and it has all the track pack stuff as well. So you end up with the best of, you know, all three worlds. With that being said, in 17, track pack came standard. So if you got tech pack, this is what you ended up with. You ended up with a track and a tech pack. You ended up with both. So without further more, go ahead and show you guys the outside of the car. All right, here's the car. 16 Avalanche gray, black stripes. The previous owner decided to go ahead and ditch the white pinstripes, which would look horrible on Avalanche. I give it to him. So good move switching to the R red pinstripes. It does have tint all the way around. When I say all the way around, I mean including windshield. So it's pretty dark. He went ahead and did the calipers in red. One of the reasons I bought this car is because literally everything I would ever do to a GT350 was already done. So with that being said, not much is going to be changed on this car. It already has the NT555 R2s, the new tire with the new compound that's hooking on cars up to 1,000 horsepower. So amazing tire, and they actually last a while too. So I'm very happy with that. The car has Kooks Longtube headers. I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood and show you guys the the headers, and the catch can setup that the car has. If you notice, we got the prop rod. I think I did mention, but I'll give you guys a close-up. We have the red brakes, and we do still have the Michelin's up front, those Pilot Sports, and give you guys a better look at these R2s. Great looking tire. Car does have full suspension. Forgot to mention. That rhymed. It has all the Stop the Hop kit stuff from BMR. So it hooks. I mean, with this tire and the suspension, it dead hooks. I mean, if I flat shift it from the 1.2, then I can get it a little squirrely if I have advanced track off. But besides that, I mean, the car dead hooks. Second gear, any RPM, you're gone. With the setup it's at, with the long tubes and everything, if I was on E85, I would probably be around 600 wheel horsepower. On the 93, I could imagine, with the long tubes, the full exhaust, the other modifications that have been done to the car, probably somewhere around 535, 540 wheel NA with everything done to the car, which is great. Awesome power numbers, naturally aspirated, doesn't get any better than that. Why GT350? So I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a picture. In 2016, my uncle got one of the very first GT350s I've seen my entire life. And I remember going for a ride in that passenger seat in 2016, and nothing else was comparable, you know, on that level of ridiculous at the time. Nothing had that much emotion from the factory, and honestly, I don't really think anything still does. With that being said, that put an image in my mind that if I wanted to own, you know, the Halo Mustang, the 350 was going to be it. I've driven 500s, I've driven them tens of thousands of miles. The 500 just doesn't really do it for me. It's just kind of numb, boring. You know, it's got great horsepower, and it's really fast, and it's really competitive, and it shocks a lot of people, but it's not my thing. If I want to go fast, I'm not going to buy a Mustang. No offense. It's just the truth. Now, why Shelby? So, I mean, I drove the CT4 Blackwing. Insert a little clip here. I drove the M3, the new M3. I loved it. I was really thinking about getting one. All right, we're gonna go ahead and give it an actual hit in first gear here and see if we spin or not. It hooks right up. But I want to buy a car. I want to lease a car, and I don't want to be stuck with an M3 maintenance down the road. With that being said, I couldn't see the GT350 being that much better late in its life, but the 350 is that much more fun, so I'm kind of okay with it. So, my favorite angle on this car, the back. The previous owner went ahead and did the black tailpipes. He did the real black taillights, not the tint, the cheap tint. He went all the way. I actually really like the stock wheels on this car. I don't think I'm going to change them. The whole car is PPF'd. They did a very good job, but if I had to guess, I think it was done in 2015 or 2016 because some spots are starting to yellow. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the Kooks Longtube headers down there. Then you have the oil pickups on both sides. You actually have breathers, and here's your catch can setup right in here, which I actually am going to check today. I drove the car 2 hours home, absolutely no problems. Car is tuned by Lund on N gauge, so very reliable setup, you know, probably not pushing too much timing, probably very conservative if I know Lund. I am going to do a data log and send it over to him, just say, hey, how are things looking? Just make sure everything's kosher with the car, make sure I'm not beating on a car that's running lean. You know, I have been keeping my eye on the AFRs and everything looks great. So needless to say, I'm very happy. I drove the car over 2 hours home and it did not burn a drop of oil. Knock on imaginary wood. Because if you know these GT350s, they do have a tendency to burn oil. Your car either will burn oil or it won't. Now this car has 18,000 miles on it. What does that mean? Usually these cars after 10 to 15,000 miles, if they're not burning oil and they do not have any engine problems, they will last the duration of, you know, a normal life expectancy of a GT350. There is a couple running around on the forums that I've seen over 80,000 miles. Hopefully that will be this car. I drive my cars every day. If it's not raining, this car will be out, it will be about, I will be driving it to work. Yes, if you don't know, I do go to car shows for work, and I do run around and find cars for sale for my sales team to sell. I work at Gateway Classic Cars. If you do want to contact me about any business opportunities, 609-254-4826. But enough of that. I'll go ahead and show you guys the rest of the car. That's gonna do it for this one. Just wanted to show you guys the new car, give you an update. I haven't posted forever. My plan is to post a lot more now. But that's it. Muscle every day. Peace.